17 years. That's how long Tottenham waited to lift a trophy. And now, under the bright lights of Bilbao, Ange Postecoglou's Spurs have finally delivered. Welcome back to SportLab, your home for football's biggest stories, and tonight, we're breaking down Tottenham's dramatic 1-0 win over Manchester United in the Europa League Final. It's silverware at last for the Lily-Whites, and serious questions for the Red Devils. Let's get into it.
Get attacked by all of his teammates. The celebrations are going off in this corner. Congratulations. Your goal has just delivered Tottenham Hotspur their first trophy in over 17 years. Can you explain the feeling right now?
No, I can't. I'm so happy right now, honestly. This season hasn't been good at all, but I swear, not one of us players right now care about that. This is what it's all about. This club hasn't won a trophy for 17 years. Honestly, this is what it means. It means so much. All the fans get battered. We get battered for not winning a trophy, not winning anything, but we had to get the first one in a while today, and yeah, I'm so happy.
Does this finally get rid of the criticism that Spurs get, that they never quite make it over the line?
Yeah, I know. Honestly, ever since I came here, it's been Tottenham a good team, but can never get it done. We got it done.
You got it done. Your goal got it done. You're the Tottenham hero. Did you know whether you got the final touch or not?
I knew I touched it, and then I kind of looked up because I didn't catch it clean, and then the ball was trickling in the goal, and then, I can't describe the feeling.
What a feeling. What about the feeling towards the end? You had to hold on. It was just one goal in it. How nervy were those final few minutes?
Horrible. Honestly, I couldn't watch. I was just listening to what the boys were saying, asking how long left, and then when we defended that corner at the end, I was getting told it was done. And just the relief is something that I never can describe.
You've had a difficult season as a whole. Does this now pay the fans the support they've given you regardless?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Tottenham Hotspur finishing 17th in the Premier League isn't good enough, but we've had an unbelievable Europa run, and the fans have been so good. Every home game, every away game, and then coming here, I just thought they had the edge on the United fans, to be honest. Ever since we got to the stadium, we literally walked out before the game, hours before, they were all here singing our names, and yeah, it got us through the game.
And what about your manager? He said he always wins a trophy in his second season. He's done it. Does he need to stay now?
Listen, he's done his job. He said he wins in his second year, and he has, and I think if there's ever a time for a mic drop, I think it's now, so I'll be looking forward to his interview, but I can't thank enough for how much trust he's had in us, because some of the performances this season, as I said, haven't been good enough, but especially in the Europa League, he has a really good way of getting everyone up for it, and today it shows.
Go and enjoy these celebrations. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
It's, wow, unbelievable.
Brennan Johnson's goal, but your save at the end as well has made sure of it.
Yeah, and also one Mickey van de Ven save. He did one brilliant on the line. So, but we knew before the game that the effort from everyone, and we did it. We delivered, and now we have to celebrate.
You can go and celebrate and go and lift that trophy. And congratulations.
Here's Ange now.
And here is the Europa League winning manager, Ange Postecoglou. A big sigh there, Ange. You've ended Spurs' 17-year trophy drought, their first European Cup since '84. Just tell us what was going through your mind on that final whistle.
Look, I'm still kind of taking it all in. It's I know what it means for this football club, you know, and unfortunately, the longer it goes on, it's harder to break that cycle. And you know, even I could sense some nervousness in everybody at the club because they've been in a situation before, and until you get that, until you break that sort of, take that monkey off your back, you never understand what it feels like. And we've got a really young group, but I'm hoping them tasting this now and the success they have, you guys will know it feeds into itself. You know, they feel differently about themselves, and mainly for the supporters, because you know, there's probably been supporters here for those 41 years. We haven't won one in Europe, and 17, you know, and just what it means to them, it's incredible.
And I think he was criticised quite a lot during the season, people saying, oh, where's the plan B, etc. I think at times in Europe, today especially, you showed there's a different way that you can set a team up to play. What was the reasons for for doing that today compared to what you've been doing before?
I've always felt that kind of knockout football is your league football, you know. When you're in that situation, it comes down to really good organisation, you know, having a real clear game plan, and then moments. And if you can minimise your moments the opposition have by having a really strong foundation. And to be honest, I felt with having Romero, Van der Ven, Udogie, Porro, Vicario in goal, we haven't had that luxury a lot. And with Bissouma and Bentancur, I just felt we're going to be really hard to break down. We could have been a little bit better in transition today. I thought we had our moments. We could have worked that better, but I always felt comfortable that if we got ahead, that we could sort of negate, you know, most of what Man U were going to throw at us.
Congratulations, Ange. And you said you were going to win something in that second year, and you bloody well went and done it. Good man. So pleased for you.
Thank you.
Really.
Thank you.
And do you think that helped the players? When you said that, come out and said that, the pressure was on you, but did it help them? Did they believe a bit more?
I think people misinterpret it. It wasn't me boasting. It was me just making a declaration. And I believed it. You know, at the time I said it, you know, I was still in the Carabao Cup. I just had this thing inside me that more than anything else, and I know our league form's been terrible, nowhere near good enough and unacceptable, but us finishing third wasn't going to change this football club. The only thing that was going to change this football club is us winning something. And when I said that, that was my intent. I'm not afraid to declare it. If I fell short, I was happy to cop it, but I believed it inside me that was my ambition. I wanted it stated. I couldn't expect anyone from the club to say that because the club's been so close, but I could say that, and I was prepared to wear it if it didn't happen. The beauty of it is people kept reminding me of it, but the reason they kept reminding me of it was that there was still a chance to do it, so I was comfortable with it.
I bet you feel like getting it printed on a T-shirt now, Ange, and walking around in it. So how does this change the perception of the club and also the way that the club perceives itself?
I think that's the more important thing. It's how the club perceives itself, you know. I felt it's just, you know, being at the club for the last couple of years, it seems, you know, and because of what's happened in kind of its history, that people are quick to take shots at the club, and I felt at times the club hasn't defended itself as strongly as it should. And I understand that because people have been here a long time and they haven't got anything to sort of lean onto, but I'm hoping this does, you know. There's no reason now why they can't go into next year believing they can win again and another trophy and building a team that consistently strives to win things. And I think if you see yourself in that way, irrespective of what the noise is from the outside, I mean, that's what the great clubs do, you know. They expect success because they've had it, you know, and hopefully this taste of it takes the club forward.
And I think you've unfairly at times been criticised. You've been taking quite a lot of shots in press conferences in different parts of the media. And I think there's been a lot of people saying, listen, they could see you winning this game and saying after 2 years I said I'd do it, I could walk away. Where's your mind at now after a game like this and winning?
Again, you know, I've had such a laser focus on winning this thing. Whatever happens, happens. I said yesterday, we're still building this team. It's still a very young team. We need to add some experience to it. We're in the Champions League. My thought process and what I've been doing this year is trying to build a team that can be successful for 4 or 5, 6 years. Now, but I'm the manager of the football club. That decision is not in my hands. It doesn't affect me though. Like, if it was going to affect me, you would have seen it in the build up to here. All I cared about is this thing, you know. Having this thing around my neck, 'cause if I did, that meant that this football club has won a trophy.
But now you've got that thing, do you feel like just do it drop, or do you want to stay and build something with this club?
No,
do you want it to be you?
I've said that, you know. I said I don't feel like I've completed the job yet. We're still building. But the moment I accepted the role, I had one thing in my head, and that is to win something, more than anything else. And we've done that now, so I want to build on it.
Can I ask you as well about Sonny?
Yeah.
You made him captain. How much did you want that for him tonight after 10 years loyal service to the club?
Yeah, massive. And yeah, these two guys will tell you that we've had some unbelievable champion footballers come to this football club. Harry's a prime example, but there's so many I could go through that haven't had a day like this. And I wanted a day like this for Sonny, you know, because, you know, he's done everything he can in the last to try and get this feeling, and for one reason or another it hasn't worked. So, you know, it was kind of something in my head, and I've spoken to the players a lot about it, that, you know, outside the dressing rooms in the hallway there's photos of the winning teams, you know, and I said to Sonny, we've got to get you up there, you know.
He's a
before you
legend
finish.
now.
And he's there now, so he deserves it.
You've made a bunch of legends now. They're going to be written in the folklore of this football club forever. Looking forward past that, recruitment season's coming now. Have you now got a different list compared to what you would have had?
Give him a chance. He's just won a trophy.
I want to see who's coming in the building.
Look, I think there's an opportunity here. That's my belief, you know, because you build on this, the feeling that those players in there, they'll want this again.
Yeah.
Because until you feel it, you can't describe it to people. You know, until you win something, you can tell them how it's going to feel, but they've got it now, and they're not going to want to let it go. But we need to build on that for sure.
And congratulations.
Brilliant.
Well done. Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations. Well done, Ange.
Enjoy the celebrations. Thank you.
Mickey, these fans, they are singing your name right now. How does that feel?
Unbelievable feeling. Can't really describe it, to be honest. What can I say? Look around you. Unbelievable feeling.
You've lifted the trophy now. You've felt it in your hands, a trophy that this club have wanted for over 17 years. What does it mean to you all to do it?
We always believe in this squad of people. Like, if you look at the group we have, if you look at the staff, everybody can believe, even if we had a tough season. And the fans, everybody, the club, everybody deserves this.
They're singing your name again. Talk to us about that goal line clearance, because it ended up being one of the moments of the game.
I saw the ball came in and Vic, I think it bounced on Vic's head. And I was like, nah, I have to go to the goal. And the ball came high, and first I was like, how am I going to do this? And then I just cleared it. And to be honest, my back there is not soft, I can tell you. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched it back yet, but yeah, happy to help the team.
For you personally as well, it's been such a tricky season because you've been injured for a lot of it. So what does it mean to you to be able to be fit and play in this final and be one of the men in the match that made it all happen?
Yeah, unbelievable feeling. Tough season for myself also. With injuries, of course, I struggled the whole season. Didn't play a lot, but every rehab was worth it to stand here and to lift this trophy.
Go and celebrate with your teammates. Enjoy.
And Sonny is with us now. Son, are you a legend now?
He already was.
Yeah, let's say I'm a legend.
Why
not?
You said once.
Only today.
You said once you wouldn't call yourself a legend until you'd won a trophy with the club.
Look, I mean, 17 years, nobody haven't done it. So with such amazing players, yeah, today's the day. Probably I will say today I'm a legend of this club. So yeah, let's enjoy. Let's celebrate.
How does it feel winning Spurs' first trophy for 17 years?
Wow, feeling amazing. That's what I always dream for, and today is the day that happened. Dream come really, really true. So, yeah. What can I say? I'm so happy. Happiest the man in the world.
How important has your manager been? I think he's been under a lot of pressure, a lot of scrutiny, a lot of criticism. You as the captain, what have you felt like behind that, and how do you feel now we've won this lifted trophy with him?
Look, I mean, back in the day, when you look at the whole season, there will be always some situation you're having tough times. So, but we as a player, we always stuck together with the injuries, with the young players. They always step up, and I always give them some good advice. You know, I always want to talk to positive, and I think I'm very lucky that having such an amazing group of players with me, and that's why I think it was the tournaments happen.
Well, congratulations, because if there's anyone out of that squad that deserves a trophy, it's you, Sonny. With the football the goals you've scored, the way you've played, you are a true legend.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We just saw some of the tweets coming on the screen there saying nobody deserves it more than Sonny. The fans really wanted that for you.
Yeah, I mean, I felt the pressure as well. So I mean, I want it so badly. Look, last 7 days I was dreaming about this game every single day. There was the same picture, same dreaming. So yeah, finally happened. I can sleep with now, easy, nice sleep, and I can enjoy it.
Are you taking the trophy home to your house tonight? That's the big question.
No, I think there will be so much confidence. Like, because everybody was having it, I didn't even touch it, the trophy. Biz was having it, so like everybody, let's enjoy the moment. I'll be the last one who enjoyed it with the trophy.
Sonny, how are you guys going to celebrate? Take us into what's now. What's the plan now for you guys? How are you going to go and enjoy this moment? Because it's a moment you need to savor for life.
You're going to have a sore head tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, probably we're going to miss the flight tomorrow. No, we hope not, but we hope not. We try. So, yeah, look, I mean, today's the day we can celebrate whatever they want. So let's just make the day they will never forget. And maybe I miss the flight.
What would be great is Sunday, Brighton game. Going round the stadium with the trophy. Wow, what a way to finish the season.
Wow. Maybe we can call it off. No, I'm joking. Obviously, yeah, it would be great. Bring a trophy back home and in front of our fans. Show our trophy. It would be amazing. So, yeah.
Because normally you win a trophy at the end of the season and that's it. You have to wait for the parade, but that's going to be some parade round the stadium.
I think they were trying to get the fans off the pitch there. They were celebrating so much to actually say we have a game on Sunday.
Yeah, but
we got to. Don't worry.
We live only today.
This was the reaction back in North London, Sonny.
Amazing. Yeah. So, yeah, I see you all on Sunday. Let's see. Bigger smile than today.
Do you know what? I'm interested to see how the fans in South Korea are going to be celebrating as well, because you're an absolute hero. You think about David Beckham here being a hero. This guy is on them levels when you go back to South Korea. They must be so happy for you as well, I'm sure.
The Adidas boot sale's just gone up.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
No, I mean, very proud to be Korean, win the trophy, and I just want to say thank you to the Korean fans that it was 4 a.m. and they're supporting me like crazy, like a family. And yeah, here's the trophy and here's the biggest smile.
and even more special, you've won silverware in the same season that Harry won silverware as well. Are you going to FaceTime him? You can compare trophies.
Look, I mean, there's different trophies, but we both had an unbelievable friendship, partnership as a player. So I was so happy that he won the first trophy, and also I spoke to another media, but Harry, we won it as well. Thank you.
You might as well FaceTime him now on your phone. Get hold of him now, get him on.
I don't have my phone.
Sonny, you might have to face him in the Champions League next season as well. Has that sunk in that you're back at European football's top table?
Yeah, it would be great. I mean, the Champions League is always, you want to play against the best team in the world, so yeah, we might play against Harry, so we never know, but we'll be grateful playing against each other again.
You have another chance at a trophy with the Super Cup as well, so...
Yeah, another trophy in 3 months, maybe.
Nice pre-season.
You might have 2 ahead of Harry.
Let's do it.
Congratulations. Try not to miss the flight, but enjoy the party.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Well done.
Well done, bro. Well done, bro.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Sonny.
A club legend. Well, James Maddison, of course, was injured tonight, so couldn't play in the game, but he played a big part on the way to Bilbao in helping Tottenham Hotspur to win the trophy tonight. Let's get some reaction from him. He's with Jules.
Yeah, he might not have played, Lindsay, but he's got full kit on now. James, you've won, you've done it.
To be fair, they said I had to get the medal.
Is that right?
Yeah. I didn't want to do a John Terry when he went in the full kit with the shin pads and that, but what a special feeling, man.
I know you're gutted that you weren't able to play tonight, but now you're looking around at all of these Tottenham fans. You've been dancing, you've been singing. What does it mean to you to have played such a big part this season to get them to the final as well?
Winning makes it all right, though, you know. The pain in not being able to play is not being able to affect and help the team. But if we win anyway, I played a big part in the lead or not, I deserve this just as much as all of us. But it was the not being able to affect it that affected me the most. But pure adulation now.
It means so much to all of you players, and I know you're all lapping up the celebrations. Mickey van der Ven is actually in the crowd right now. Have a look at that.
I mean, he's a big boy. I hope he's being careful up there. He probably wants to go see his family or something. His families are here. It's amazing, honestly.
It's an incredible night for Tottenham. They've been so desperate to win a trophy. It's been over 17 years since they've done it. Yeah. Now, as well as the trophy, you've got Champions League football next season. How's that feel for you all? But how do you build on it now going into next year?
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. I mean, it's a brilliant achievement and one of the ways to qualify for the Champions League. But it's more winning the trophy, you know, and giving these fans something to shout about because they've had years and years of pain, you know, and now they can enjoy it.
How are you all going to celebrate?
Who knows? Plenty of beer, probably.
James, thanks for talking to us. Go and enjoy the celebrations. Thank you.
How do you assess the defeat on the pitch tonight?
We suffered a goal. I think we, especially in the second half, we were in controlling of the game. We had situations to score. We try everything. I think we start quite well the first 5-7 minutes. Then we lost a little bit control of the game. We suffered a goal, but then the rest of the game we had clear chances to score. We didn't score.
Why did you wait so long to make any changes in personnel second half?
Porque like you saw, I think you saw the same thing. We started the second half quite well. So change just for the people to see that I changed something is not my way of doing things. We were on the top of the game, and when I felt that we need a different player, I put a different player.
Thoughts, of course, now we'll turn to the sort of bigger picture at Manchester United. Yesterday in the press conference, you mentioned how many things need to change, but yesterday wasn't the moment to talk about them. In your view, what does now need to change this summer?
If yesterday was not the moment, imagine this moment. This moment is not to talk about, is to give space to the winners and to deal with the pain of losing this match and to go forward.
Obviously, without the Champions League that came with the victory this evening, how does that affect the summer? Does it affect how quickly and how much you can change?
That is clear, but that is not the important point. We will find a way to make the team better.
Are you confident still that you're the man to be able to deliver those changes?
Yes, I'm confident that I'm still the guy, more than the beginning. So I know it's going to be tough. I know that we lost against an English team. I know the patience of the fans are going to be really short in the next season. But I guarantee you, I will not quit. I will not go away. So I'm really confident.
Why are you more confident now than you were?
Because I know the club, I know what it means to coach this club. I understand what the team needs, so I have more tools to do my job.
Obviously, all of the United hierarchy were here today with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the Glazers, Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox. Are you confident they will give you enough time to implement your change?
I'm not worried about that. I can leave in the next. If they say Ruben is better to change, I will leave in the next day with no compensation. I rely so much in my confidence in the way I do my job. I'm not worried about that. The biggest pain is to lose games and to lose this final, and not to give something to the fans and especially to my players. So whenever they want, I'm really confident on myself, and I continue to do my job if the board wants me.
Thank you, Ruben.
Thank you.
He's more confident than ever in his ability to do this job. Do you think he is still the right guy?
I think he needs to be afforded a window. I think you can't invest in a manager and not give him the ability to kind of shuffle the pack and get some players in that fit the profile of players that he requires to implement his philosophy. I think that I've said this before on numerous occasions. His way of playing compared to the past regime is very, very different. Formation and in terms of what he wants them to do in the output. So it's not like he's a manager who's coming out to tweak a couple of things because his philosophy and the identity of his team was similar to the past regime. I think he needs more time. He hasn't had a pre-season. He hasn't had time, as Gareth said, on the training pitch to coach these players as much as he would like, I'm sure. So I think he needs a couple of those things and a recruitment window to really then give him real judgment and be as harsh as you want to be. Because listen, there's no doubt, and I think he said it himself, it's been a terrible season. It's been a disaster of a season domestically, and now not winning this after putting all your eggs in this basket, this is a disaster as well in that sense. So I think again, rather than be emotional about it, like there will be a lot of people out there that are, and they're entitled to that, but in the cold light of day, I think he needs some time, and like I said, those things that I said before.
But there's been so much said about how much pressure Ange Postecoglou is under this season, Glenn. Do you think he should be under more pressure? They've only won 2 Premier League points since the start of April.
Well, I agree with Rio. I think he will be under pressure if he doesn't start well next year. The first 10 games are vital for United next year. he didn't really want to come, did he, when he wanted to come? He wanted to come at the end of the season anyway, but they said, no, it's got to be now. So he hasn't had to play any players that he really feels are his, and he hasn't had the time to bed down the system. They've never played three at the back United over the many, many years. Now, he has to look at himself maybe in the summer to say, in the Premier League, can I make this work? It was different in the Portuguese league, playing for Sporting. So at the end of the day, he's got to look at that first, and then he's got to go out and recruit the players that suits that. At the moment, they've got a batch of very good, apart from Fernandes, I think they've got a batch of really good players. Nothing world-class, nothing special that particularly this club, Manchester United, have always had in their squad.
What will the pressure be like, Gareth, then, at the start of next season now?
Yeah, of course it's going to be extremely high, but I think everyone at the board, I imagine, wanted that manager. It's kind of up to them now. If they've made the right decision, they should back him. I think he clearly believes in himself, and I think he did a great interview then. He really was respectful to Tottenham, the winners. He didn't create any big headlines with his answers, so I think that showed a true bit of class as well. So I think if the board think he's the right guy, they've got to back him. And like I said before, I think next season now, he will have time with no European competition. He'll have time to work on things on the training field because they'll have no midweek games.
Is that the one positive thing, that he will have that time with the players? Because perhaps in their current situation, the Champions League may have been a poison chalice for them.
Yeah, I think it'd be impossible for him to say that publicly, but I think deep down him and his coaching staff will be rubbing their hands together in some sort of way, going, listen, we can now get our hands on these players a bit more and kind of mould them to what we believe is the right way to play.
And he's actually said they're not ready.
Yeah, and not ready. I just don't think. I don't know if they're not ready. I don't think he has the profile of player to play the way he wants to play. I don't think he has the players who are physically capable of going week in, week out, man to man against any team in the Premier League and coming out confidently on top. Until he gets that, I think the way he plays, he needs to have players who can do that. Yeah. And that's why I think the recruitment period now is going to be vitally important.
I think that midfield area for United has been a massive problem. I mean, even the first half here, Spurs didn't have the creation, but the three in there for Tottenham tonight smothered them. Totally smothered them first half, and they couldn't get hold of the ball. They couldn't get themselves into the game. And I think in that, when you think of the players they've had in yesteryear in that midfield area, they've got to look at that. Whether you're playing whatever system, you've got to have that right. He's been swapping players and trying to find a little system that's going to help them when they have the wing backs. But I don't see a real clarity of the way. The best they've played was at Anfield. They caused Liverpool all sorts of problems in that 2-2 draw, and they went long. They didn't pass out, and they got 46% possession, playing long, playing no goal kicks, squeezing up to the halfway line. They still got enough, and they caused Liverpool a lot of problems. And I thought then, hang on, the pennies all dropped here for these players, and they look threatening. They look like the tough team to play against in that system. It can be. Tonight, they run out of ideas again.
You can see he clearly doesn't have his type of player to play his way. He's kind of had to, I guess, adapt and try and use the players that he's got to make his style. So I think giving him some transfer windows, getting the players in that he wants to play his style to suit his way of pressing, playing, whatever it is, he needs that time, and I think that's the only way he'll be successful here.
And the club knew how rigid his approach was when they brought him in mid-season, so I guess they have to give him those players to give him a chance.
And that's why I believe they will give him that chance, because they all know there's people in there, Omar, Jason, Wilcox, they understand football. Jason's played the game. You know how important a pre-season is for a player and managers to really implement their philosophy and get their things right and fine-tune things. That pre-season window of opportunity on the grass is hugely important. And another thing, if they thought this season was a pressure cooker for these players, this next 10 games that started this season, the pressure is going to be super high, and these guys have got to be ready to bounce into this season and really hit it head on.
Was it embarrassing? Did the players look embarrassed when they were heading off the pitch, walking past?
No, I just think it's disappointing. I've been there. I've been on the pitch where you've not got the result you wanted, and you lose a big game in a cup final, whether it's Europe or domestic. But it's disheartening, it's embarrassing, your pride and your ego's hurt. There's pride and ego, there's huge egos out there. You don't get to this level of football without having a big ego and putting your shoulders back and thinking, I am the man. But you get humbled quickly in these moments, and you've got to deal with it, and the summer becomes a long summer, but you want it to pre-season to come as quick as you can and get your studs back in the grass.
You're disappointed when you've lost the final, there's no doubt about it, but you can't allow that doubt to come into your mind as a team and an individual. If that engulfs you, then it's a negative and you're going to go down. You've got to embrace it and you've got to fight it, actually, and take the challenge on. Look forward. It's hard at this moment in time in that dressing room, but look forward to a pre-season. Believe in the manager. It's easy when you've won. Spurs will be looking forward to it, after they've had a few drinks tonight with Sonny. But at the end of the day, you doubt yourself and you've got no chance.
Tonight, of course, belongs to Tottenham Hotspur. Sonny said they might miss their flight tonight. It's possible it started already. Brennan Johnson's on the beers already. What do you think of the swing from Archie Gray here, Gareth?
Needs a lot of work.
I'm not sure. He needs a new set of clubs by the look of it.
Glenn, final thought. Oh, any better?
No, not really. He's a 10 handicap, you can see.
Final thoughts, Glenn, from you on what tonight means and how Spurs can use this as a springboard.
Yeah, very proud moment. It's been a long time since we've won anything. It's been a bit of a surprise with the way we've played at times this season. But they got over the line tonight. Second half, I thought they defended so well. But for the club now, enjoy this moment for different reasons than United. Really make this a stepping stone. We went to the Champions League with a really good side, and we didn't build on that. We felt that it was a finished article, and it wasn't. And now they've got to really build from a positive, from winning a trophy. Go and build, and over the next, Ange said it, he's thinking of the next 3 or 4 seasons. They're a young group, they've got some good young talent, and in 4 years' time, where will Tottenham be? That's the question. And let's hope it's another trophy in the cabinet and another one on top of that. Good players wanting to play at that stadium. Let's not think about the stadium, let's think about the squad.
But the club's set up. It is set up like the foundations are there. They've built a stadium. They've built a training for any player. It's in London. And any player that come and they were trying to recruit with Champions League football as well on the back of the Europa League. I think it's a mouth-watering prospect for a player.
And United they're building a new stadium.
Yeah.
So on top of the squad and whatever, it's a real challenge, that United situation everywhere you look, really.
So let's have a little look at the social media reaction tonight as well. In my second year. Does that get rid of the Spursy tag once and for all, Gareth?
It could be a United-y thing now, I'm telling you. But yeah.
Can we get off air now, please? It
gets rid of that stigma now, for sure, and hopefully we can build on it.
Glenn, Gareth, Rio, thank you very much indeed. Well, they say that it's always darkest before dawn, and maybe this European Cup win can be the dawn of a new era for Tottenham Hotspur, the 2025 Europa League champions. They did it, Glenn. Good night.
This wasn't a final for the purists. Nerves, missteps, tension, and one ugly, messy goal that meant everything. Just before half-time, Pape Matar Sarr floated in a hopeful cross. Brennan Johnson got in front of Luke Shaw, and the chaos began. A missed touch, a ricochet, and a scrambling Andre Onana couldn't keep it out. Did Johnson get the final touch? Debatable. Will Spurs fans care? Absolutely not. That was Tottenham's only shot on target all game, and it turned out to be a historic one. Say what you will about Ange Postecoglou, but the man wins trophies. In his 100th game in charge, he adds a European title to his collection, alongside league titles in Scotland, Australia, and Japan. He becomes just the third Spurs manager in history to win a European trophy, joining Bill Nicholson and Keith Birkinshaw. He said he wouldn't be a clown, and he certainly wasn't tonight. Whether he stays or goes this summer, this is a legacy moment. The win means more than just a medal. It means Champions League football and a £100 million windfall. That's a massive boost for Spurs heading into a crucial summer. Rebuilding, reloading, either way, they're back at Europe's top table. As for Manchester United, this was yet another step backward. Ruben Amorim's side looked blunt, cautious, and out of ideas. Mason Mount started over Alejandro Garnacho, and it didn't work. Bruno Fernandes was anonymous. Rasmus Højlund came closest with a header cleared off the line by Mickey van der Ven, and Joshua Zirkzee nearly equalized late, but Spurs keeper Guglielmo Vicario stood tall. No miracle comeback, no Fergie time, No silver lining. This is now United's worst season since 1973-74, and for only the second time since the 1990s, they won't be in European competition next season. The problems start at the top, but they're showing on the pitch. United legends like Ferdinand and Rooney, both present in Bilbao, must have watched on in disbelief. This wasn't just a poor performance. It was a reflection of a broken project, one lacking identity, conviction, and leadership. Ownership may back Amorim, but this final showed he's got a long road ahead if he wants to rebuild Manchester United into a European force. From despair to ecstasy, Tottenham finally have their moment. For United, it's back to the drawing board. Let us know what you think in the comments. Is this the start of a new Spurs era? And what now for United? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a beat from the world of football. This is Sport Lab, where the game gets analyzed the way it deserves. Until next time.